Welcome to the Incident Management series. In this video, we'll explore escalation procedures, focusing on functional and hierarchical escalation. Understanding when and how to escalate incidents to higher levels of support is crucial for effective incident management. Let's begin this journey together. Escalation is the process of moving an incident to a higher level of expertise or authority when the current team cannot resolve it. There are two main types of escalation. Functional escalation moves the incident to a specialized team with domain expertise. For example, if a networking issue requires specialized knowledge, you'd escalate to the networking team. Hierarchical escalation moves the incident to higher management levels for priority decisions and resource allocation. This happens when you need senior management approval or when the incident has significant business impact. Knowing when to escalate is as important as how to escalate. You should escalate when the impact affects multiple users simultaneously. Escalate when the issue exceeds your support level's capabilities. Escalate when a service-level agreement breach is imminent or about to happen. Escalate when specialized expertise is needed that your team doesn't have. Additionally, escalate when the priority is marked as critical or high. Escalate if an issue remains unresolved for an extended period. Escalate when customer dissatisfaction is evident or increasing. And finally, escalate when there's a threat to business continuity or revenue. Most organizations follow a hierarchical escalation structure with multiple support levels. Level 1 is first-line support, responsible for initial incident handling and basic troubleshooting. Level 2 is technical support, handling advanced troubleshooting and more complex issue resolution. Level 3 is engineering or development teams, providing deep technical expertise and code-level fixes. Finally, management escalation handles priority overrides, resource allocation decisions, and business impact assessments. Each level has specific responsibilities and should only receive escalations that truly require their expertise. Let's compare functional and hierarchical escalation. Functional escalation has a purpose of finding the right expertise. It moves horizontally to specialized teams at the same organizational level. You send it to a specialized team with domain knowledge. The authority remains at the same level. Hierarchical escalation has a purpose of getting priority and resources. It moves vertically up the management chain. You send it to management for decision-making. The authority increases to higher levels. Understanding this distinction helps you choose the correct escalation path for each incident. The escalation process consists of 4 key steps. First, identify the need. Recognize when an incident truly requires escalation based on the triggers we discussed earlier. Don't escalate prematurely, but don't delay either. Second, document details. Record the incident context, what troubleshooting attempts have been made, and clearly state the reason for escalation. Third, notify the recipient. Inform the appropriate team or manager with complete context so they understand the situation immediately. Fourth, transfer knowledge. Hand off the ticket ensuring continuity and clarity so the receiving team has everything they need to move forward without repeating your work. Following best practices ensures effective escalation. For timing, escalate promptly when you've identified the need. Don't delay unnecessarily hoping to resolve it yourself. Set clear timeouts for resolution at each level. For communication, provide full context about the incident. Include all resolution attempts you've already tried. Set clear expectations about what happens next. For follow-up, monitor the incident's progress even after escalation. Stay in the communication loop to understand resolution steps. Track resolution time to identify patterns. For documentation, log all escalations in your system. Record the reasons why escalation was necessary. Update status regularly so everyone has current information. Let's look at practical scenarios. Scenario 1, a database is performing slowly and affecting multiple users. The support team has verified the issue but lacks database optimization expertise. This calls for functional escalation to the database team who can analyze query performance and optimize configurations. Scenario 2, a critical production system is down, causing revenue impact and the service level agreement breach is imminent. This requires hierarchical escalation to management for priority handling and resource allocation to restore service quickly. Scenario 3. A third-party API integration is failing and the root cause is unclear. This requires functional escalation to the engineering team who can investigate the integration, review API documentation, and implement fixes. Remember these key points. Escalation is essential for effective incident resolution and customer satisfaction, ignoring the need to escalate leads to prolonged downtime and unhappy customers. Functional escalation moves horizontally to specialists with specific expertise. Hierarchical escalation moves vertically for priority and resource decisions. Know your escalation triggers and act promptly without unnecessary delays. Understanding when to escalate is your responsibility. Document everything and maintain clear communication throughout the process. This ensures knowledge transfer and prevents duplicate work. Effective escalation leads to better incident outcomes, faster resolutions, and improved customer satisfaction. Apply these principles in your incident management practice.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.